Everybody up for three.
Namaste everybody and welcome to the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship 2024, coming to you live from the National Hockey Centre and hosted by North Harbour Indian Sports Club, formerly QBT and KBT. The rebranded New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship is the pinnacle of competition here for the New Zealand Indian hockey community and the place where many battles, rivalries and victories have taken place for over 60 years. This year's tournament is split into 3 divisions with 8 teams in the revamped men's A section, 5 teams in the men's B and 5 teams in the women's section. I'm Brad Pittman and we'll take you through all the action from the 2024 New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship, brought to you by Local Gecko Productions and proudly supported by One Foundation. I'm joined in commentary by NZISA President and Life Member Suresh Wallab. Morning, yes man.
Hey, good morning Brad, namaste everybody and welcome to North Harbour. What an awesome day, and as we all know this facility is pretty outstanding. And we're looking forward to an awesome 3-day tournament down here with the revamped comp, as you said.
Yeah, and it's exciting times as we see the 2 teams getting ready for our first game out here this morning. It is the first game of the tournament between those teams around the wrong way, but Pukekohe B taking on North Harbour B.
So
of course, North Harbour will be in the blue and white, and Pukekohe will be in the yellow there. We see the teams out there in the middle, and you mentioned Harbour, the hosts this year. Their women took out the women's section last year down in Wellington.
Yes.
And an exciting time for North Harbour. They've got 2 men's teams here and their women again. Pretty cool opportunity for them to grow their teams in this year's tournament.
Yeah, no, I think we see that like when we do come to the bigger areas, we do get a lot more local buy-in, which is a bit of a, like it's hard when they do travel, but we'd like them to keep things going. As we see the walkout for these boys, just so you know, the captain for the North Harbour, Mirish Buller, he's a local Pukekohe boy. Mm-hmm. So he's married to a young lady up this way, and they are settled up here. So Mitz has been a Pukekohe boy all of his life. And, captaining the B side. And I think he plays in their Prem Reserve side as well. So it's good to see a few little local battles be coming up.
Yeah, that's it. And, like I say, we're in Auckland here or the North Shore, and a lot of these guys will be playing some form of club hockey here, whether it's for Pukekohe, for NHI, for potentially Auckland Indians or whatever club they play for up in the local comp here. So it's always fun when they pull on their strip for the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship, what those little battles look like out on the turf.
Yeah, so a few older boys, as you can see, with the B comps, that's a pathway for our younger guys to come through. We've got a few of the older heads out there. For Pukekohe, we've got Naresh Khanna, Anil Harry, Janti, Naran, Millen, and Vinay's out there. So, yeah, a few older heads coming through. The goalie, who's a friend of ours from down Wellington way. I think he may be up here this way. But, he's been around for a little while. And Harbour's the same. I think we can see Mitz in the middle there. And one of those famous names, Darji. So, Julian Darji, who's making an appearance. And he actually played for Pukekohe a few years ago. So, yeah, it's a few familiar faces, and it's awesome for these young guys to get an experience, and bringing them in live. Yeah,
absolutely. You get to go first up on the live stream here, the men's B section, and we start with an overhead.
Naresh Khanna, just nice and early.
A bit of pressure now on the Harbour side. They've won a free hit there in possession. This Pukekohe side, if you're just joining us, it's Pukekohe in the yellow, North Harbour in the navy blue. And just trying to transfer across the field there. There's the Puki team.
It's Rakesh Soma in the middle there. He's plays his hockey in Auckland. The Auckland comp, I think he's still with Somerville.
Here they are, sideline hit here. You look for the middle, cut out well though. And a little breakaway opportunity here for the local side. There's a little foot race into the corner here. Ton of speed, not a lot of hair down there.
Yep. Well, they're going so fast, I think. Aerodynamics.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, built for speed. And just unable to get it under control. Yeah. Happy to go around the back. Puki just sitting in a bit of a half court now. They'll go up and target on that right side of the field, but well out by Harbour. A little contest down there in the far corner.
Yeah, for the veterans there, the old Julian and Anil Harry.
Here is Julian Darji just rolling it back.
Mistrap there.
Yeah. Just the first game always looks a little bit scrappy. The first game of tournament S-Man, and
I think a lot of these teams have come together just this weekend. I know some of the senior A teams, etc., do. The majority of their players are together, but these B teams have predominantly just come together. Some do play together a lot as well. Oh, that's a nice transfer from Rakesh.
Yeah, it was a really nice outlet passage actually from the Puki team. They worked both sides of the field, and now a bit of attack up that right side. And again, good movement of the ball from side to side from the Puki team. There's the entry. Opportunity there, straight onto the foot. You love that. What skill showing up the front there from the Puki team.
Good patience with that build up there. Good transfer of the ball, wasn't it? Just cool heads, just holding in the position. Doing well.
So penalty corner opportunity here, S-Man for the Puki team. What have they got lined up at the top there? Looks like Nikesh is up there hanging around.
Yeah, Nourish is there. I can't see his. Just can't see the number. I think Jet, is it maybe?
Actually,
Jet is trapping.
Yeah, Naresh there on the first, and Nikesh is backing up. They're just trying to figure out what the call is. He's got a fair piece of it. He just caught the defender high. There was the call. I think he was weighing up whether it was either a penalty stroke or a free hit out.
Yeah.
Just based on how high the first shot was.
Just a bit of glare coming through, so we couldn't pick it out either.
Yeah, hopefully we'll pick up some of those highlights perhaps at the quarter break. But opportunity down the other end now perhaps. But well cut out by the Puki team. And you might know a little bit more about him than I, S-Man, but you got a fair piece of that, Naresh, on that straight shot.
Yeah, Naresh is, plays his hockey at Somerville as well, so he's...
Here's a touch.
He's been a local, he's born and bred Pukekohe as well, so he's been part of this B team for a little while. Got a good hockey head on him. His dad's a good coach as well down that way, David. Spends a lot of time with the juniors and with the high school team. So, yeah, Nourish is, certainly loves these campaigns and being part back in the Pukekohe guys.
Yeah, so perhaps look for that in future penalty corner. Perhaps a little high was the call on that last one, but yeah, I can see you got a fair bit of it. Again, let's see this Puki side work out of their own end. There's a little bit of space now for Rakesh Soma. And again, they transfer well through Janti. Yes, it's only been sort of 6 or 7 minutes, but I've been pretty impressed by this Puki B team, their ability to transfer the ball, especially through the middle of the field there, using both sidelines pretty well.
Yeah, they seem to be, it's just quick play, just passing the ball quickly, not holding on to it too long, and letting the young guys up the front run, because the older fellas back here like Janty, Anil, Nourish, they'll be in position.
Here's a bit of space now for Harbour on the attack. Little chip and go, he's got it, still there. And will win the free hit just up on the dotted circle.
Just a little foot of Nourish is there.
Looking for the entry, and it goes onto the foot there, and opportunity for the Harbour team. We'll see that one on the replay.
Rajesh Chamber with a good little pass the foot of Nourish, I think, just on top.
Yeah, just one pass, eliminate the first one, and you're right, straight onto the foot there of Nourish. And this Puke side, they got a pretty tight little bracket going on up there. 2 brackets. It's a little bit messy. Try and work something. Oh, what a save. And a second one.
Oh, well done, goalie.
It was a great deflection in front of goal, but even better save there from the goalkeeper. And they go long here. Puke. It's a 3-on-3. Well defended. Excellent defence there from the Harbour side. And Jayesh Patel in goal for the Puke team. Good couple of saves.
Yeah, stretching out those old limbs. See, the old fellas can do it. So he's going well, Josh. Good couple of touches straight away.
Long corner coming here for the Puke team. Yes, man. Usually be you hanging out with these guys in the goal.
No, I did last weekend because I played with Anil and Janty and those boys. We all play together. So, no, it's a bit of fun, but
Not sure about 5 games in 3 days.
No. As I say, one and done. That's my season done.
Well taken down by the Puke boys. There's another attack up that right side.
Yeah, Janty's been a stalwart of a few of the teams down Pukekohe for a long time. He's captain of the yellow team down there, so they got their shirts on today. So yeah, a lot of boys with that aren't traditionally hockey players that he's got together, but they've come together quite a few times, and they're playing the regular comp, which goes well.
And looks like we just had a change of ball there, perhaps.
Yeah, I think when Mitz went for that shot and goal there, they probably split it in half because it was so powerful. But
he'll claim that anyway.
Yeah.
Back underway now. Still up that right side for Puke. Ball up into the circle. Relieving free hit there for the Harbour team. They go over again. Cut out by our guy, Nourish, the second one.
Finding a bit of space with that over here.
Yeah, they have. It's the second time into this little pocket right in front of us that they've found one. Overhead again.
It's good to see one of our younger guys out there, Rudra, number 4. Plays in Strathallan. So he's a young fellow that started with Pukekohe from a junior age, and he's been going pretty well.
A few overheads either way there. Perhaps trying to use that sun advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Early in the morning. There's a bit of glare from where we see it.
Beautiful morning here.
Absolutely stunning day here in North Harbour, of course, for the 2024 New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship. And I spoke in the lead-up, Suresh, about you know, the revamped branding of the tournament. Previously QBT, and then we had a year there of KBT. And I guess talk to us a little bit about the rebrand in that sense.
Well, I just think there's more emphasis on the New Zealand Indian. That's what our focus was, you know, and then we do have other events that we run. So, you know, New Zealand Indian Golf, New Zealand Indian Under-23s tournament, New Zealand Indians Cricket. So, yeah, we're just trying to get our brand across there. But you know how it is. What is that thing? Unconscious bias, where I think we will always probably refer to it as QBT.
Yep.
But it's just one of those things for branding, etc. So the New Zealand Indian NZISA Hockey Championships. But yeah, it's stuck. Like anything, we'll all get used to it.
Yeah, that's it. I think we'll all have fond memories of the name QBT and what that means and brings. And to be fair, on the hockey front, not a lot change.
No.
Still here loving it, still here with the food tent. And
yeah, the food tent, I see them busy with.
Here come the North Harbour side. Trying to find that circle entry. There they go. Looking for a foot. Well defended there in the end by the Pukekohe team, and they come out with a bit of pace here. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, no score yet. And they'll recycle around the back. Just a little untidy there though. A couple of turnovers falling the way of the Pukekohe team. Harbour again looking for that overhead. Still going there, Harbour. Reverse stick pass, in they go. Just no one there. Going forward, watched over the back line in the end by Jash Patel in goal. And I guess the other thing that's kind of revamped that I mentioned also is the expansion of the men's A section this year. Yes, another exciting opportunity for some of these teams to step up into that A section.
Yeah, well, we just had a bit of a refresh, and I think we can do. Hey, at the end of the day, it's our tournament. We can do what we want, really.
Yep.
But the key six were there, and just rebuilding. You know, it's good to see Wellington be up there, but obviously North Harbour. So representation from all of our clubs in that A grade bar Christchurch, who will be hopefully back in the next year or two.
All cut out well by Harbour. He's kept it in. Just kicked it, unfortunately, there.
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting, and obviously no semis. It's just basically who's on top of the pool.
Yep.
Pool X and Pool Y. I think that's how we are, but yeah, top of the pool, and they play for the Lollies on Monday.
Yeah, it makes every game pretty exciting then right through the week.
Exactly.
There's no second chances. You either show up or you're pretty much done.
Yeah, so no semis, no quarters, you know, just straight into the final, which I think will be, you know, playing on the players' minds and the coaches, etc. So just how they manage their players.
Yep.
It's a pretty full-on campaign. But yeah, and as you know from past tournaments, that every game counts. And they're all at pretty high level.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that expansion of the men's A section, what it has also has brought on for those sort of aware or unaware, the TNG Shield now kind of rolls around the A section.
Exactly.
With CD, well, they earned their right to come up anyway last year.
Yes.
But with the expansion, you'd like to hope it kind of stays in that men's A section and is battled for year in, year out, just adding an extra level to it. So first quarter comes to an end there. No score on the board. It's a penalty corner either way, but all defended so far. We see the two teams come in There's our Puki B men there in the yellow. And there we see the Harbour guys in the blue. We'll check out some of the highlights from that first quarter. This bit of skill set up the first corner there. It was Raj Bicker showing his stick skill. This is that shot. Yeah, it saved on the line. Looked like Reg run shot there. Perhaps too high. The umpire signalling. Puki pretty good at transferring the ball. This deflection opportunity there for Vinay. Very nearly.
Yeah, Vinay's plays in our local teams down there. Just been helping out in the Prems actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he's works commitments etc. But he plays there. That's the power that Mitz had to break the ball.
That was it there. So yeah, you saw again, like I said, a couple of good saves there.
Yeah, good reflex saves with Jay.
Yep.
So a few of the Puki locals there.
And out come the two teams.
So manager Marco Voss there.
And we will also have kicking off. I know we don't have them on the live stream, but over on turfs 2 and 3, kicking off in the next sort of 10 to 15 minutes. The men's A section games between Auckland A and Bay of Plenty A, as well as Wellington A taking on Wellington B over on turfs 2 and 3. So those are big games, of course, in the men's A section. But out here on turf 1, the main stage is men's B here. Puki taking on North Harbour. Puki with the ball. They go the overhead route. We've seen a bit of that from both teams. And perhaps a chance here for Puki Indians. Well defended. And down the other end come Harbour. Wears off a pretty rough tackle. So they give one back.
Yeah, I think as we're going to see, like you say, those overheads are just going to help the speedsters up the front.
Yeah.
Get the experienced guys throw them over and hopefully a bit of speed and just a mistrap.
Yeah, it just adds another level of what a defender might have to expect.
Yes. And like you say, maybe trying to play into the sun, but we're looking into it, so they should be pretty safe.
Nice little skill there.
Rodra, it's Denish. Turning his own player inside out.
Yeah, a little mix-up there. We'll invite Harbour onto it from the sideline hit. In it goes. No one there, though. Looked like he was trying to line up with Julian in there. Top of the circle, but just a little bit big for them all.
I think what the cool thing about this B comp, and I think of these comps that you've probably seen over the years, Bradley, is just the family connections that come out. And I think a lot of the a lot of these Puki guys and the Harbour, I guess, but a lot of the Puki guys don't play. We play a reserve grade there, but they don't play super serious. But it's good to see some of these older, middle-aged guys stepping up to help out these young guys come through, which. Like we've got Dinesh there who plays with Chanty and the team. Anil who plays down that way as well. Nikish, I think he plays in Southern. But Sunny, number 2 here. Sunil Pasor. There's a lot of his family up in the grandstand. So it's good to see all these guys stepping up. Chanty's cousin out there, Millen, on the wing.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, it's an opportunity for some of these young fellas to learn from the experience of these guys, and creating a pathway, hopefully, for some of these young guys into the A side in years to come.
Well, hopefully, we'll see Roger up there, or might be a bit late for Nourish and Janty because they've already done their routes in there. But yeah, it's just giving young guys, if you give 3 or 4 young guys an opportunity to have a taste of it, that's what it's all about.
The overhead again, cut out by Nourish. And just a little bit too far ahead there. Sunny. And of course, I guess one of the thing with the expansion of the men's A sections, more teams in the running for the DC, the big Diane Chand at the end of the weekend.
Yeah. It's good to see that. I think it's going to be interesting because a lot of teams don't see each other play.
Yeah,
you know?
yep.
And I think that's the cool thing about we don't. And all teams do change, when it comes, because obviously being Indians tournament, we have a few changes in terms of personnel.
Yep. Great ball down the line, couldn't pull it in there. Yeah, I think that was probably one of the real advantages that Central District side had last year. Nobody really knew much of what they were going to bring until they showed up, and all of a sudden, they were banging goals from everywhere.
Yeah. See this little kid come flying through, who's certainly stepped up, and we've seen his rise over the last pretty much year, 18 months, right?
Yep.
This is KT. He's going pretty good there, number 37. So he's holding the ball quite nicely and a few inroads and the old.
Yeah, both teams have shown their ability to hold some possession. Both have shown the ability to throw the overhead, mixing it up. I'd just like to see a little bit more action in front of goal from either team, but that'll come.
I think it's a lot 25-25.
Yep.
As you say, first game out, they'll be better for the second half. But yeah, just obviously trying to get some, get a few plays in motion, obviously, and get a few combinations going, hopefully.
And a great ball up the line there, well brought in this time. Puke with an opportunity up the left corner. And they'll win the free hit. Moving up onto the ball. They got the circle entry, but just over the back line, and they'll get a reset through the long corner. And in they go. It's a little bit scrappy. What a goal!
That's a good finish.
Yeah, a couple of bounces in there, put away in the end.
I think that was by Cheaton.
What a finish. We'll have a look at this one on the replay. A good watch. Just found a few odd sticks on the way through. There's bouncing around. And there's the fist pump too. Not to outdo the best fist pump we've ever seen at an Indian hockey tournament. We'll have some yarns about that later in the weekend, I'm sure, but it's up there with a good fist pump. Yeah, nice 3D skill in the midfield. Still going here. Trying to erase the deficit on the scoreboard almost immediately. This Harbour team looked like it was Root Ball there through the middle of the field. And opting to go around, little untidy there from the Harbour side. Found some space in the middle. It's a nice build up for the Harbour team.
Yeah, what you'll notice about Nourish is he's very cool under pressure. Just gets himself in the right position. Makes himself big just so the guys have to go around him, but he does have a nice hit out to clear, which is good.
Yeah, that one cleared really well. Looked like, for some might look like that was a little bit out of control, but I think he knew exactly where he was and where the ball was.
And I think with when you need to relieve a bit of pressure, that's all you need, right?
Yep. So first blood drawn by the visitors. Puke up 1-0 on the scoreboard midway through the second quarter. Still a lot of hockey left in this one. Bill's first game of the day in our men's B section. And Now, a little bit of space in the middle here. Roll up the left side of the field. Numbers ahead. Great pass. Still going.
Good save there.
Excellent save. It's good skill there by
Rakesh, I
Rakesh.
think it was,
Yeah. Just got a little 1-2 on the edge of the circle there. But couldn't get past the goalkeeper. Bit of pressure here. Look at that. That's cool as you like out of the back.
Yeah.
That's showing.
A bit of experience, I think.
Yeah. Chanty there.
It's only about 50-something years of experience. Yeah, it's great to see Chanty up there. We have his little troops watching, no doubt, all the kids.
Yeah, and for that being said, for all those joining us online, welcome. Good to have you here in support of this year's tournament. If you're in and around the Auckland area, Harbour, Auckland, Puke, anywhere around, get up to Harbour. It's a beautiful facility up here. Come and watch some of the best hockey going around, and probably some of the only hockey really going on this weekend.
Yeah,
so
no club hockey is there, or maybe under 18s, but I'm not sure where that is.
yeah, I think they're in Rotorua this weekend. So if you're anywhere north of that, come on down to Harbour, see some hockey. Oh, I'm not sure they can. They're a little perplexed there. The Harbour team thought they'd done enough to win a penalty corner, but not coming for them. And now some real pressure.
Good pressure from Barvish there.
Right up on the edge of the circle now for this Puke side. Janty in some space. Just a little bit hot, that one, down to the baseline. Just ball sent end to end there by the Harbour side, relieving a little bit of pressure.
Dare I say it, I think the boys are feeling it already.
Yeah.
A few tired bodies out there, a bit of walking going on. It's been quite an exciting start to this game.
It has. I was going to mention it. It's been a pretty fast-paced, not to take anything away from the men's B section, but both teams playing with a fair bit of speed, and you just wonder how long it's going to last.
It's a good bit of skill there by number. Who's that young guy?
Yeah, and I think a little bit of frustration followed up there for not getting the call. Still unsure of whose ball it is. There's a couple of players in this Harbour side showing a good bit of speed and skill. Speaking of skill down the other end, oh, it's just missed wide there. Wow, that was very nearly there, yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to have a look at that, perhaps at half-time, from an angle a little better than ours, but can't have been far off, that one.
Yeah, a lot of communication, which is the key to Janty's game. He does communicate quite a lot.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big things that these more experienced guys will be able to impart on the younger fellas is the stuff they're doing off the ball, the communication, the little chats they're having to prepare a little bit better before they get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, great. In and out there from this Puke side. They go forward again. Up the right-hand side.
Yeah,
some
Woody
speed
going
here.
on a bit of a run there.
He's in second gear as well.
Yeah.
Just ran out of space down there.
Just cruising along there, isn't he?
Yeah. they go coast to coast there, Harbour. I think the umpire down there perhaps starting his YMCA a little bit early for the social come Sunday.
Craig Beaker. Oh, Craig Ramsey, sorry.
Harbour up this left side looking for the entry, and they go.
I think we've only seen Nourish hit or overhead.
Yeah.
So, which is...
know your skills.
Yeah. He's got a good short grip hit there just to clear the sideline.
We're under a minute here left in the second quarter. Puke up 1-0. Harbour looking for the equaliser. They go long bombs, but that one's a little bit
high.
Yep.
He's pointing his players where to go. So
yeah, I think they might have had to jump to get that one.
yeah.
Now, this Puke team, they'll be happy to just get through to half-time with their lead intact. They'll try and play at the other end. But the overhead not falling for them this time. Harbour perhaps one chance to have a crack at it in this quarter. If they go quickly. I don't think it'll be quick enough. And the hooter there spells the end of the second quarter. That's the first half in the books here for the first game of the day. It's Puke up 1-0 in our men's B game 1 up over North Harbour B. And Esman probably deserved. They have had, I think, the better build-up and the way they've transferred across the middle of the field. But this Harbour team, they're not far off scoring one at the other end.
No, I think what you've seen that Puke team is they're, being able to do that quick transfer around the back, using their edges quite nicely, which is going well for them. But just using the young fellas with their speed.
Yep.
And just their experience at the back there,
Yeah, that's it. They've cleaned up pretty well. There's been some nice overhead play from that Harbour team. Found some good attacking pockets and perhaps forcing a couple of mistakes, but the clean up at the back from the likes of Janty there, you can see on screen, has really helped Puke keep their lead. And we'll be back with the second half action, of course, after this short ad break. We'll see you then. Welcome back, everybody. First game of the day here at the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship 2024, coming to you live from the National Hockey Centre here and hosted by the North Harbour Indian Sports Club. It's a beautiful day, beautiful start to the tournament this year, and awesome to see some of what looks like the Puke faithful out there in the crowd.
Yep, so that's, Uncle Huss, Dave's boy Millen's playing, and his nephew was Janty, so it's a bit of a family affair.
We'll check out some of the highlights from that first half. This some first quarter action. The first penalty corner falling the way there of the Puke side.
It's a good little play by Raj, I think it was there. Pukekohe team, Raj Beaker.
Yeah, so that one there, it's collected run shot on the line, but too high.
Red
decision.
Body on the line.
That's it. You love to see that from your lineman. Again, another long ball, very nearly the deflection there. It's a beautiful touch. That one from Vinay. And then Harbour came the other way, earned their first penalty corner from this little bit of play onto the foot. Heads up play, little fist pump.
Yeah,
it's becoming a staple in the
Indian diet.
Yeah, that's it.
Good reflex save there, and as you see, the second shot probably.
He just didn't get all of it, unfortunately. I think if he'd picked up that second one, it could have been all on. We see it again here. Yeah, just didn't get all of it. Unfortunate there, and Puke, they went the other way. And both teams had the opportunities in and around the circle. This one was the goal.
Yeah, nice little touch in. I think you can see with in the middle there, Rakesh is just doing really well there with controlling that midfield and outletting.
Yeah, he's been the pivot, I think, for when they're on one side of the field, he's getting in really good pockets in the middle of the field to transfer the ball or offer a contact point so they can start to go forward. And I think that's probably been the key. He was the one on the ball there that got things going for that goal. That Puki scored, of course, and he's probably been the key for them at the moment in terms of building their attack.
This young fellow at the back for Puki, I haven't seen him before. He's one of our draft players, I think, or borrowed players. Where's he gone? Akshay Patel.
Yeah, it's the one of the other real benefits of the men's B section. You start to see some players you haven't seen before.
Yeah, like he's going really well. But good to see a young fella there. Probably brings our average age down a bit.
And here's the overhead again. We've seen that a bit from Harbour. That's put on an absolute dot there. What a pass.
Yeah, for the veteran Julian Darji. Pretty much one speed for Julian. And that's top gear, so he's going pretty well.
And of course, that's a pretty famous name in the New Zealand Indian hockey community.
Yeah,
the Darjis.
His brother is playing as well.
Right.
Kieran.
Yep.
Who will be helping out Waikato in this grade as well.
Yep.
So that'll be good to see him back. Could have changed his name to 2 Metre Peter because he only runs 2 metres at a time. So it'll be good to see these guys, just see some of the older names come through, help out these smaller associations.
Here's the ball entry. There's a lot of players in there. Oh, you love that.
Good save.
Excellent save, but still coming here, the Puki side. Great receive, shot, touch, another slam dunk. It's all on here.
I think the defenders have been playing that well, haven't they? They played it down, not making it dangerous. It's good umpiring there, I thought. Because you could easily play a PC for nothing.
Yeah. And for those watching at home, welcome to the New Zealand Indian Tennis Championships.
Yeah.
First time on the calendar.
Yeah, had a couple of rallies there, but no, I think it was good shots away, good defence as well. So. And as we said, good umpiring by just letting it play because it wasn't dangerous. Yeah,
I think you're right. And it's probably one of the things that I've noticed around these sorts of tournaments, just the superior hand-eye coordination and stick skill from a number of the Indian players. They can play that. That's not a dangerous thing. They know where the ball is and controlled, even when it's in the air. Think of the stick skill and even some of the cricketing skill, I'm sure, from a few of these players. I thought well umpired, well played. Yeah, well, Vino's a pretty good cricketer from back in the day. Used to play with this joker called Kieran Reid. Oh, yeah. They used to go to school together. Right. So, yeah. They played, I think they played Prems and that together. So. A couple of famous cricketers, I've heard. Come the Harbour side. He reckoned he could play rugby too, that fella. So. Oh, good save. Here's a little quick shot, yeah. And this Harbour team just starting to pick up on some of those scraps there around the attacking. I think so, I think they're finding their groove a bit, just getting a few more passes together which are connecting. Before I think you could see them going over the back line and stuff, but I think it's helping with Raj here in the middle, number 30. It's going quite well. Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, I guess. Oh, couldn't quite pull it in up that sideline. Pretty tough on the reverse stick there. At Harbour, again, they'll look for that overhead. Beautiful positioning. It's a real key when you can put on the spot like that because, of course, all the defenders have to give you 5 yards to pull it down. So it becomes a free receive. And speaking of receive, it's a little messy. Unfortunate there. Would have loved to see him pick that up clean and have that reverse stick shot. And here's our man in the middle. Great pass. There's an entry here. Pretty solid tackle.
Yeah, a little bit messy for everyone down there.
Yeah, it was a bit scrappy, unfortunately. Great defence there.
Reg doing well. This is Raj, sorry.
Cut out at halfway here by the Puki side. Out to this right, in front of the dugouts. Does well to win a free hit. Yeah, Vinay. And Rakesh, yeah, on the ball, just told to take it outside the 25-yard line.
Too far ahead of Raj, I think. Just got to bring that under control.
Look at that. What do you reckon about that, S-Man? Cool as you like, goalkeeper, lid off. Ball's almost in his own circle.
Yeah, she'll be right. Good boy.
Flip it on.
Yeah.
Here come Puki through Rakesh. Win the free hit in the end there.
Nothing in it, just a bit of gentle exchange between the boys. It's pretty good. I think what's cool is that you'll have a lot of these guys with the kids that are watching online, hopefully, or they're out here watching, but you know, I know Mitzwerber's little fella, Shannon, probably screaming at the TV, wondering why Dad's not running enough.
Oh, what a touch and a save.
Good work.
Excellent work at the back there. Yeah, great save. And now Harbour, they'll have a free hit just inside their own half, and over they go.
Yeah, like you say, that 5 metre rule, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the first one they got a bit wrong there, Harbour. The first 3 or 4 have been really good this half. Yeah, in the middle of the field here for Harbour. Looks like Pinnakin.
Yeah.
Patel there, just throwing that overhead.
They've been doing quite well in the middle there, eh? Just
Yeah.
holding that ball, just making a bit of play in field.
Yeah, playing a similar role, I guess, to Rakesh has from Puki. Yeah, he's showing some real skill now. And back here for Harbour. There's the entry. Here he is. Across it goes. And they'll take the penalty corner there. I think the foot, perhaps, of Narish.
There's a lot of things going on in there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scrambled egg breakfast, I think. Up there, as we see it on the replay, but I'm not sure we'll be able to make much of it. It's a nice little baseline play there, and
yeah, clear foot from Narish.
Yeah,
it's pretty good umpiring. Is Johnny on the spot to see that?
And opportunity, middle of this third quarter now for the Harbour side to level things back up through the penalty corner.
Captain Middish with the pull out.
I'm not sure whether that's a set play, but that's the second time now out of their 2 corners, S-Man, where it's actually gone to the forehand of the second bracket in Trapper. So they've had to upright trap it and then try and hook that little pass back into the middle. I'd assume it's not how it's drawn up.
Maybe just the drag out going a wrong way, but maybe that 2 brackets need to move to the right, maybe half a foot.
They are quite narrow. They are quite heavy set left, so hopefully they'll figure that out through either this game or those
coming through. Yeah, the next couple. No doubt they'll come back and watch the replays.
Yeah, sure they'll come back just to listen to you talk. I think, yes, man.
you think?
Long corner, nice sideline hit coming for the Harbour team. Got a couple of players in the circle if they can get it there.
Yeah, just a bit of movement in there, eh? Like good positioning there by Jules, just keeping that goalie guessing and that other guy.
There's some skill, and in it comes. A couple of people having a few digs at it.
Yeah, that's Cheatham there getting out.
And they'll win the free hit to the Puke side.
Yep.
Breathe a sigh of relief after a little bit of pressure. Harbour have been building well in the last sort of 5 or so minutes, hunting for that goal.
Good little touch, eh? Nice little touches through there.
This is where Puke have been the better side. Just their ability to slow things down, hold on to the ball, make a couple extra passes, and make the Harbour side work in defence. Inside 5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Reverse stick pass, cut out. And again, happy to go around the back. Some good patience in periods shown from both teams here. Yes, just their ability to string a few passes together, and
yeah, they're not scared to just drag that ball out again. If they're not going forward, bring it back and around. But then what's helping, I think, a ball like that where you've got some good running on that wide flank.
Yep. Oh, great clean up there. Nourish. Now a bit of space here at the top of the 25-yard line. And we're off to the races, going back the other way here. And our first card of the game, by the looks, will go the way of the home side. So they'll spend the next 2 minutes with only 10 on the field.
He's got the aftermatch samosas for that guy. Just asking a bit too much, I think, of that ball there. Pretty full through that midfield.
Yeah, I think that you're playing against one less player, but it's probably not the ability just to go straight up the middle of the field. I'd like to see them still work the ball. My Puke side. Again, some patience showing there. Great ball.
So I think it was just good body movement there by Reg, wasn't it?
Yep.
Showing out for that wide and just finding that pass through the middle, which was good. They've got Mitts down to...
Made the veterans play there.
Was that Mitts? No, it's not. It's got the same haircut, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a few that have been to that barber.
Yeah.
Transfer, now it's in. Oh, a little touch there, a little opportunity. Again, it was good play from that Harbour side. It was that, like you say, that body feint, ball into the midfield. And they went down the sideline and... a
couple of little touches in there as well, which has worked well.
Oh, there's a lovely touch, but...
Well done, Mills.
Going to fall there for Puke.
Nickish on the wide.
Great skill here. And they've got the penalty corner for it as well.
Good little run there by Nickish.
Yeah.
Good well. Just catching that little... I think it just came off his own stick, didn't it, the Harbour guy, unfortunately.
Yeah, and up into his body. This is a see the replay on it here. This is Nickish with the turn. This little one, unfortunate.
Just outside is, just inside maybe. I think Nickish is quite deceiving, sitting about 2 metres tall, and you just don't know how long his reach is. So.
Yeah, and he's going to set up there at the bracket too. Nickish.
Yeah, he does have a flick. He does have a drag flick. He used to practice quite a bit.
Yeah, trap just a little bit off there, so couldn't really execute the flick.
Ball,
yeah, just kind of pushed one in there and almost caused some troubles in front of goal. Little air swing at it there on the line.
And those are the ones that do catch you out in defence, just those. Oh, nice ball out.
And it's going to be left to play here. Less than 20 to go. You need to have a crack at it. That's really calm play there. At the back again, Nourish. Just doing enough there to see it over the back line. And again, shout out to all the little supporters that are cruising around the turfs this morning. We can't quite see over to the other sides, but there's 2 other fields that are underway.
Yeah, it'd just be good to see what some of the updates are, but I'm sure there'll be. What do we have over the other side?
Yeah, a couple of men's A games, Auckland A, Bay, Plenty A, and then the Wellington teams playing each other, the A and B sides over on Turf 3. So
it's cool to see in that Wellington B side, you see a few names, Hamit Lala come through, Umesh Parag,
yep,
Midish Patel. So yeah, it's good to see some of the, probably some of our veterans and legends of the game coming through, which is awesome.
Yeah, we'll try and get some updates from over on those turfs, but out here at the moment, 1-0 in favour of the Pukekohe Indian side. We can see the North Harbour team there on screen at the moment. Just getting through their third quarter instructions, and then equally there we see the Pukekohe side. So Naresh there with a fair bit to say. Really cool to see some of those, those experienced guys leading out on the turf. It's been a pretty good men's B game to start off the day and start off the tournament.
Yeah, I think so. It's been some good open play and good skills there. But may not be as fast as the A game, but I think it's on the level. It's going pretty good. Yeah,
I think it's probably perhaps the speed hasn't been there, but I think it's probably a better quality game than we've seen in some previous B section games. So yeah, hats off to both these teams at the moment. Starting pretty well, considering, like you said, they probably all just shook each other's hands this morning and got the same kit on and rolled out here. So good start for both these sides. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, S-Man, just a straight round robin for this
correct.
men's B section.
So the men's B is round robin, same as the ladies' comp. Round robin, and whoever's got the most points in the bag. So that's why all of these goals for and against come into it as well.
Yeah, that's it. Similar to the men's A, though, they've got a final. Every game counts.
Correct.
Here when there's just a round robin, and you're right, even things like goal difference come into it.
Yeah, and with our point system, if you get 2 or more goals, you get a bonus point, so that always helps.
Yeah, that's an added little extra for those watching along at home. If it gets to that point and Pukekohe get an extra, can they get that bonus point and push out? So
yeah, but I think in any tournament, regardless of round robin or if it's pool play, getting that first win under your belt is the key, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always tough, especially a short format tournament, 2 or 3 days.
Correct.
You lose first up, and it makes your tournament pretty tough to get to where you want to be at the end. So
because then you just start relying on other results, which is not ideal.
Yeah, so they've got about a quarter now to, if you're Pukekohe, solidify and perhaps extend this lead, and for Harbour to erase it and get yourselves on the front foot. But as we've seen already in this game, opportunities both ends here. Full press from the Harbour side. And they've done well there a couple of times. And they'll win it there on halfway, the Harbour team. You can see, I think the chat's been pretty obvious out of there. Quarter break to start fast and be aggressive.
Yep. And, if it carries on like that, no doubt the goalie will come off. And well, that's the way you just got to play it. You know, if you're chasing a game by one, you got to go for it, right?
Yep, absolutely. Have a crack. It's only one goal at the moment. And of course, Harbour will be back to their full complements of 11 after that card earlier in the third quarter. That would have expired in that third quarter. So they'll be back to full complements here. As little challenge, stick challenge there. Goes the way of Harbour. They've got a free hit. Again, happy to be patient here. I do like this from the Harbour team, not forcing it just because they're behind on the scoreboard, still building up.
There's still a lot of minutes to play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just inside 12 minutes, so plenty of time here. Now there's the entry. And nothing there for the Harbour side, so 16-yard for the Pukekohe team, and they go with the overhead.
Sonny's just standing, so yeah, that's it.
Yeah, defender come running in from too far away. Look at that skill again.
Turning the poor fella inside out.
A bit of time in the middle here. That's not the execution they were after, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chetan, another senior player who plays up in Auckland, who's quite frequent on the Masters scene.
Yep.
So it's good to see these older, as we say, these experienced guys coming out.
Yeah, you can tell the... that's going to sit there. Oh, and it's been buried. There's a sally for a goal. The two hands up in the air. Ooh, upright reverse off the goalkeeper. I'm not sure he probably needed to make the first save, but...
Let's have a look at the replay here, see what happened.
Yeah. Ball in from this left side. Didn't come from much. This one here took a little deflection. And cool as you like.
That was a good finish.
Great finish. Great finish. I've seen those missed before.
Yeah.
Must be the green stick. The Hiver's getting it done, and just like that, we're locked up here.
Yeah, probably goalie probably wasn't sure if there was anyone behind him or not.
Yep.
Maybe that's it, because it is, when you're in those close quarters, you just can't see that, can you? So you got to make the save, but maybe staying on your feet might have been an option. Yeah, and
like I said, it did take a little bit of a deflection, I think, off his own defender just outside the circle, so perhaps changed things a little bit as well on its way through. But you're right, excellent finish there in the end, and
game on.
Big time, absolutely.
See, Captain Middish has dropped out a bit, is more playing more of an inside defensive role.
Yeah.
He usually plays up front there.
Yeah, might just have been a ploy to help the ball get through a little bit more to his attackers.
Yeah. Who was the goal scorer? Well, that's the usual way the goal scorer comes off.
Yeah, that's it. The bright green sticks in the dugout, so we'll have to check that when he gets back out there. But 1-1 here, less than 10 to play. And Harbour with the ball. There's a little one time. And nobody out there.
Probably didn't need to do that.
No. A little bit more time than perhaps he thought. So we can update you. The Wellington A versus Wellington B game's 1-1 at the moment. over on the back turf between the two Wellington sides, the men's A section. So that sounds like it's bit of fun. And a good start, yeah. Just short of half time, and they're locked up at 1-1. We're locked up at 1-1 out here.
So Millen just trying to get in there with that
reverse. The reverse stick. He did well to pull out, I thought, because he was probably only going to hit a stick or maybe some legs of a defender. And now this Harbour side starting to string some passes together and look dangerous going forward.
Yeah, I think nicely tidied up by Dennis there. Good work.
Yeah, perhaps just going a little bit too sideways.
Yeah, that lateral run doesn't really get you far.
It'll be interesting to see if what adjustments either team makes. You know, perhaps if they do want to push for the winner, if they're happy just taking a draw and getting some points out of the game, or
still get 1 point for the draw, right?
Yep.
But
you'd much prefer the win at first up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like I said, interesting as we close in that last sort of 4 or 5 minutes, just to see what adjustments might be made, whether it's push a couple of players up a little bit higher, or take off a defender and chuck on an extra striker, or what may happen. Not entirely sure. That's a great overhead again on a spot there for Harbour. There's an excellent left-right.
There's old KT, is that his name? Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh! And they love it.
Wow, that's a nice bit of skill there.
Yeah, that's a pretty individual effort there.
So, mate, is it KT?
Yeah, and calls his own sub too, yeah. Devaya KT. Look at this. Inside later. Resi gang and straight through the pins there. Just like that, Harbour go 1 and 2 pretty quickly. And another green card coming here for the Wellington side, the Harbour side, just not 5 from the free hit.
Just a foot out there.
But now it's the Pukekohe team having to fight from behind, just like that. They've conceded twice.
Yeah, I think a few tired legs out there, eh?
That's it.
You can see that the boys retreating there.
Yeah, and that might go. It's an early entrant for individual goal of the tournament.
Yeah, he did well there.
That one there.
Shot.
It was right from the 25-yard line too, where he received the overhead, little left-right, see you later. And the reverse stick finish. Yeah, Devaya KT. And Harbour, they're up 2-1 here. 5 left to play in the fourth. Men's B section, day 1, game 1 of the New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship 2024. And Harbour again, a little bit of an attack here.
I think just lazy. Yeah, I think that's just lazy stuff there.
Yeah.
From Pukekohe.
Yeah, and you can see the boys there for Harbour, loving it. And this one, wow. How the tables have turned. We were only speaking 10 minutes ago about whether Pukekohe could pick up the bonus point. And now Harbour, they've scored twice and trying to eye up a third. You just saw on the replay there, just not getting back out of that 5-metre zone. And too easy the call in the end for a penalty corner.
Just the one battery tip this time for Harbour.
Yep. It's a pretty minimal setup on the attacking corner for them.
Not many fellas there, eh?
No, I think they're probably more concerned about the breakout the other way. Well defended. Again, just to the forehand of the trapper. We spoke about it in the first half. Just not quite getting that right there. And then when you've only got one other person up there, makes it pretty obvious who the pass is going to. Perhaps opportunity missed there by the Harbour side. I guess the one thing that will be pleasing is there's some areas of improvement for them if they can nail the penalty corners as well as keep improving their gameplay. Opportunities for them.
I think this last quarter has all been Harbour's, right?
Yeah.
Puke hasn't been down in the circle, maybe penetrated a couple of times, but I think Harbour's had that runner this last quarter.
Yeah, and as we can't quite see it at home, but we can just see the Harbour ladies starting to warm up. Oh yeah, you can just see in the back of the shot there, the defending champs, of course, and the hosts.
Up against Battle of the Bridge, is it?
Yeah, I think they've got Auckland up first, so that'll be out here on the live stream Turf 1 following this game, and that'll be a good one to see the two pretty local teams. Harbour, of course, the hosts, and Auckland not far away. And speaking of Harbour, they're in control of this one at the moment, but Puke breaking forward. Going again, and it comes. Touch made, clearance done. Yep. And you can hear it get louder and louder out there.
Yes, and we've got double pane in front of us, and yeah, you can hear it coming through. That's good, nothing silly.
Great receive and skill. Here they go, Puke. Oh, what a tackle! It wasn't the most orthodox of tackles, but it's worked, and now we see a little chip and chase.
Oh. Rudra.
Oh, and he's
the smallest guy in the field.
boxing out of his weight class there.
I'm sure there was mitts that gave
Young Rudra. Yeah, I think...
read that wrong.
Yeah. That's a featherweight taking on a light heavy.
Here we go.
Is this it? Is this the equaliser? Nothing coming there.
Just need a bit more control there.
Yeah, it would have been exciting if they could do it down a player. There's that overhead again. It's just not brought down that time, but it's been pretty good for them, this Harbour side in the second half. They've started to dial in that overhead pass. There's a lovely touch. Just nobody there. Again, they are one short. Less than 30, Harbour. They start the tournament as the comeback kings. This men's B section.
Yeah, Reg has played the game a bit before.
Yep, happy to go to the corner. He's seen the big scoreboards.
Yeah, the most frustrating thing,
Yep.
when you're there, it's just...
Yep. And there it is. There's the hooter. There's the whistle. There's the first game in the books. And it's North Harbour B taking home a 2-1 first up win here over the Puke side in the men's B section. New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship 2024, day one, game one. It was a good start to the tournament. Yes, man, I think both teams can take a bit out of that. I think the Puke team just ran out of legs a little bit in the back end of it.
Yeah, they both had their chances, right?
Yep.
And it's just obviously, but that one-on-one, that our mate there, that goal.
Yeah, KT, Devaya KT, that was something special, and I think it was probably fitting that it took something like that to break this game apart, because you said both teams had opportunities, both teams had build-up. I think they both looked pretty good for a first hit-out, and it took a little bit of individual brilliance there to win it in the end for North Harbour. So, exciting game. Enjoyed it. Looks like the guys out there enjoyed it as well. You can see smiles.
Yeah, I think so. It's a good hit-out, and it's good to see these guys coming through. Hopefully no injuries, a few rub-downs after the game for some of the older bodies here.
Yeah, and just for those of you just joining us, the men's B section, straight round robin this year. So 5 teams in the section, which are, of course, Puke B, North Harbour B, Bay of Plenty B, Auckland C, and Waikato. They'll be the 5 teams in that men's B section, straight round robin. So wins like this become huge. Big up for the Harbour guys to get their win, and they'll take some points into their next games. We just check out the games that we do have on the live stream here for day 1. That, of course, was the 9 a.m. men's B section. We talked about the women coming up at just after 10:30, Harbour and Auckland in the women's. Then we'll have our first men's A game. North Harbour A, the host, taking on Pukekohe A, one of the heavyweights of the tournament. We're back for men's B action after lunchtime between Waikato and Bay of Plenty B. Good to see them have 2 teams this year. And the afternoon games, looks like Wellington taking on North Harbour in the women's at 3:20. And then we'll finish up with another cracking men's A game. We'll see the hosts again, this time taking on Auckland. We just had an update for the Bay of Plenty game over on Turf 2. They're up 2-0 at the moment. We're going to hear from some of the players down on the turf.
Sideline of Woody.
Sideline Woody down there. Come in.
Our first game of day 1 of the New Zealand Hockey Indian Championship. And I'm here with the winning side captain, Mitesh Bulla. How does it feel to come away with the win?
Yeah, I mean, first time we've kind of got together as a team. We had a bit of a training on Monday, and then the boys couldn't be bothered on Thursday, so not bad to come here first thing on a Saturday morning and have a good win. Thought we were sloppy in places, but I think one thing about Harbour Indians is that we play right to the end. We were down 1-0 in the third quarter, or 1-1 in the third quarter, and we came back and won it. So the boys did really well. We never gave up.
That's good. Is there anything in particular you credit to the win?
I just think belief, communication. I think communication was a big one, especially in that last 5 minutes when we were up 2-1, and just making sure we weren't panicking and doing silly stuff. I know we got a couple of cards, but yeah, I think it was just communication and playing well as a team.
No, thank you very much. Thank you, and good luck for your next game. Cheers. And we have the losing captain Naresh with us. Not the result that you wanted.
Oh no, but look, it's the same thing with these guys. First time we come together as well, so it's always good to be part of these tournaments too. So, but look, we played some good hockey, I thought, out there. Like, we jumped really well, we hit the baseline really well. It's just 2 lucky goals and
work on.
Just communication with belief. I think we had enough belief. I don't know, just getting goals in there. I think we had enough chances. So yeah.
That's right. There's 3 days to go. Still turn it around. All the best for the next.
Awesome, thank you.
Awesome, guys. Thanks, eh? And that's the end of our first game. I'm Woody Savania, and we'll be seeing you.
Awesome to hear there from Mitesh and Naresh there. Thank you, Woody, for bringing those guys to us. And really good game between Pukekohe and North Harbour. North Harbour the winners in the end, 2-1. Make sure you join us back here for game 2, which is our women's game between North Harbour and Auckland. Be at 10:35. See you then.